Learn more about biology and just things in general, my view on how this world works changes. As a biologist, we talk about cells all the time. We commonly explain that the cell is the basic unit of life and is the smallest thing that we consider living. But it's really more than that. And it's not bad that we explain it first as these things. I was reading 2 books recently, and the view of a cell really changed for me. One of the books described the cell as being an autonomous living unit that acts as a decoding machine for a gene. And another described it as just being a gene machine. And I thought those are pretty interesting ways of defining what a cell is, because it's kind of hard to define what life is. To emphasize this point, remember that our cells have these things called chromosomes that are made of DNA, and this DNA has specific locations that are called genes. Now, these genes are going to produce proteins that are going to really be the workers of the cell. And the complexity of those proteins and how they interact with the cell and other cells and other living organisms is going to dictate that cell's kind of appearance and function. So this life that an organism is based on is really based on the life of a cell. And these cells work together and communicate and have almost like mini lives within us. Even being a mid-veteran biology teacher, every time I come across new information and just read more about biology, my view on things just changes. I got this idea from reading The Song of the Cell. I'm not going to try to pronounce this name because I'm going to butcher it. But so far, I'm really enjoying this book. I also really enjoyed Richard Dawkins' The Selfish Gene. Although I will say, this was probably the hardest read I've ever had. This one took me a while to digest.